So, Richard, our purpose for today is to talk about the 12-week plan and just review what we've been working on the last 12 weeks, how you found it all, have a look more in depth into the exercises, how you felt about those, your nutrition, and yeah, just to touch base and just for you to give me a bit of feedback, for me to give you a bit of feedback. Does that all sound okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So, how did you find the 12-week plan in general? Were you happy with the how we progressed through the 12 weeks? So on week 4 we were working more on dumbbell stuff, and by week 12 we moved on to more barbell work. How do you feel about doing that?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It has, I don't really ever use or do weight based stuff. Like most of the stuff I've ever done is body weight stuff. So to use those things was good. To get into that a little bit more was good. And obviously it wasn't rushed, or it wasn't like too heavy too soon. It was like, because it wasn't even necessarily enjoyable at the start because it was something new.
Yeah.
But obviously the movement and the progression through the weights and then through into the different equipment meant that, I don't know, it was a more steady and gentle transition rather than just being like thrown in with some heavy stuff that I didn't really know what to do. So that was good for me because any excuse to not do it, I'll take it. So.
Yeah, I would agree on that. I think you did really well. You moved really well all the way through. And yeah, when we progressed from the dumbbells to the barbells, your form still remained the same, which is something that's really important, something that we would have worked on. And yeah, you just across the board did really, really well. How did you find the more advanced cardio bits? We did some Tabata work on the ski. Yeah, how did you find that kind of stuff? Did you enjoy that more, less, in the weight?
Yeah, it's a weird one really, because cardio is not something that I've been strong at in the later parts of my life. But certainly when I was younger, it was my life. When I was semi-pro footballer and doing all the other stuff, like cardio was the key to my fitness really. But it's something I've definitely neglected over the last few years. So I do kind of enjoy it. I also hate it.
Did it feel good to get back into it a little bit?
Yeah, it did. I think that there have been times in the past in different scenarios where I've tried to get back into it when I've probably pushed it too far to the point of passing out or being sick or
too much.
Getting to that sense of just not feeling great. So it was good that didn't happen. So I was on the edge most of the time with that. So it was getting there.
Yeah.
But was able to still stay within that space of feeling mentally feeling okay with it, even though it was hard work. But things like the ski, I like that stuff.
Yeah, that was definitely something you were strong at. You were good at pacing yourself and able to kind of maintain a pace and complete the full set with the intention that we set out to do, which was really, really great. It was really good to see. How would you feel your food's been over the last 12 weeks?
Yeah, better, more focused for sure, more I'd say more conscious, food, I've always enjoyed food, but not with this in mind, so to bring that into play a little bit more was useful to understand a little bit more when I'm eating, how I'm spreading out the food and things, rather than just I usually skip breakfast, have a big dinner, and so that was quite interesting, and the obvious highlights of not drinking enough water. I've always not drunk enough water, but now I won't get out of bed until I've had a litre of water, and that'll be the first one of the day, and then it will sort of get me going.
Yeah, it's really, water especially is something that's really important to be aware of, because it will impact everything, the way you perform in the gym, but also just day to day, your general kind of sluggishness can often come down to not drinking enough water.
Yeah,
that's really positive change, a good habit to install, definitely. is there anything that you felt like I didn't do, or you like wish we did, or something I could do better to help, you know, the next part of your journey?
Not necessarily. I think I definitely probably, you know, might want a little bit more help on skipping, but generally no, I don't think so. I think it was good. I think it was. I don't know. Yeah, for sure. There's times when definitely I'll probably need to push myself a bit further and be pushed a bit further.
Mhm.
But in this instance, like getting into it, getting back into it, I think it was ideal. Really.
Yeah, it's finding that balance between not pushing you too hard too fast, because often, especially if you're like getting back into it, that can put you off, or you can get injured, or just be really sore for days. So it's just, yeah, finding that balance, and that's definitely something we can then work towards in the next 12 weeks is, yeah, pushing you further and, yeah, just increasing the intensity a little bit. But yeah, I would say overall, just a bit of feedback for you, I think you did really, really well. There's been noticeable changes, like your strength's improved massively, but just the way you move, like you can tell now that you're like taking on that information, and your form's really good, and you're moving with intent and control, which is the most important thing. Like you can load up weight and you could go really heavy really quickly, but if your form is, you know, is failing, or your kind of mind muscle connection isn't there, then you're not going to get the results. So yeah, there's something that you've definitely been really, really good at. And yeah, the food, I think you've been really kind of responsive with the things that I suggested, in little tweaks, like yeah, drinking more water, which is just, yeah, number one, I think, to everything, and just, yeah, the best habit that you can kind of keep up is drinking the water. But also, yeah, adding in more veg across the week and a variety of veg, and just prioritising like eating a good breakfast, getting some protein in the morning, and spreading it out throughout the day has been really, really great. Have you got any goals that you want to look at for the next 12 weeks?
I think probably, surprisingly, I think I'll probably want to step into the cardio a bit more,
Mhm.
but also continue to strengthen, like to get that balance to still, to strengthen, to get bigger,
Yeah.
but also to get fitter, for sure. Like the cardio is definitely like secondary in this for me in this last plan, but I think that might shift a little bit.
Do you feel like the program that we've just done, and hopefully one in the future, do you think that's kind of aligned with your initial goals of like building some muscle, losing a bit of body fat?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think so. I think I started to notice it quicker than I thought I would, actually. Like with the combined with the food and stuff as well. I think it's definitely it's done that. It's toning, strengthening at the same time. Yeah, I felt quite a good shift, a good change in that.
And have you found any kind of positive changes just in kind of the way you feel within yourself and like mentally?
Yeah, for sure.
And how that has impacted like other aspects of your life?
Yeah, definitely got more energy most of the time. As you know, it's easier to get up early and do something energetic, do a workout or to do something which, you know, was definitely harder before. So yeah, I think there's definitely a little bit more energy in mentally and physically, for sure.
The mental side of things is something that I think often people don't realise ends up being like the main positive from it all, is the way you feel within yourself, but also like that positivity and that, you know, it's endorphins and just make you feel so much better.
Cool.
Which bit of cardio did you enjoy the most?
Probably the skiing. Yeah. I like ski. So it's quite fun.
You ski like really ski?
Yeah. So to not do that, I don't know. It's good. It feels like you're getting the strength you're using the power, but also getting knackered.
The natural movement for you there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
And more skipping.
No.
No.
Yeah, more skipping.
It's good to challenge yourself.
I'll never be
though.
able to skip it.
I think you'll be able to skip.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Cool.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Any
No,
other
just thanks.
feedback for me?
Appreciate it.
And well done to you. You've done great. Been a good 12 weeks.
Cool. Roll on the next one.